Welcome back to Talking Neat. I am here today with soon-to-be hip-hop legend and actor, Kay. How's it going?
Awesome. Happy to be here. Better now. So
Better now?
what's new? Yeah. Better now that I'm here. I'm waiting on it, but
You want to just dive in?
yeah. But I've been waiting to chill with you. I've been watching the shows. They've been awesome. I've been seeing what you have on there.
Thank
I'm
you.
actually ecstatic for being on here, and I greatly appreciate you having me on here as far as what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, been working on getting you in here.
Yes, sir. No mishaps, but I mean, it's for good reasons. I got a few things going on that you most likely dive into later, but
It's always a good thing when you can't make it in because you have stuff going on, not like,
Right.
hey, it's a new episode of Judge Judy. I gotta
the
watch
funny
it.
thing is today I actually in traffic. I'm like, man, I didn't come fully prepared, but you know what? I'm like, no, you're not gonna push it off because the normal person would have. And I did kind of like go above and beyond. Like, you know what? I gotta say one day. I didn't come yesterday, and I stopped. I have a show going on where I stopped shooting. That we actually got out of there at 12:45 at night. I didn't make it home till 2 in the morning from
Yeah,
driving.
that's
So
rough.
it was like getting right back up, and then
Cause we were texting at like 9 in the morning.
Mhm.
I mean, you.
that was actually I
That was
get
a
up and I
long
be
shoot.
on my way. I was on my way to the shoot then, and it just didn't stop.
Was it a music video or?
Yes, it was. I can't really say whose it was right now, but it is. It's for a mainstream artist, and I'm actually starring in it.
Oh, nice.
And well, it was lit. We had the mansion. That's where we was at last night. Awesome shots. A lot of great people that was there. Great actors in it. I think it's going to be very beneficial for what I'm trying to do. I've done a music video before. I've actually starred in the singer's video, which I have I'm still waiting for that to be released, but I actually was a lead in that too as well. So beyond I do my own music, I still act, and the funny thing is I end up doing other people's videos. Women use me as a model. I do modeling too. Then Girl 1 and 2 just kind of, it's all the same to me. So I'm kind of drifting and finding my place and seeing my what actually I'm capable of doing and achieving, especially in California, saying I'm from Atlanta. A lot of stuff that I've never done, I came here and I've done it to see that you can really turn dreams into a reality. It's cliche, but it does exist for people who've never seen TV, who've never seen the big motion picture or what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But I think that they really gonna it's gonna show a different side of me because there's a lot of emotion in this one. And I wish I could tell the artists, but the world will see soon, but it's a lot of emotion, which I think they're gonna see me in a different light.
So it's more like an acting role in a music video
It is,
than like
I
a
do
singing?
perform,
Okay.
but it's a lot of hands-on acting. It's a lot of acting in it, which for a music video, I think it's more kind of like cinematic. With the directors, they've given it a cinematic film, so I'm stoked to see it. I'm stoked to see it. I wish I could talk more about it, but so they release it. I don't think that they want,
What if I throw another bottle of whiskey on here?
air it on here, right?
Get you all fucked
Air it
up
on
then.
Talking Neat. That's what we're gonna do. Air it on Talking Neat. Which it'll be cool though, and you my boy, so I wouldn't mind doing it. But here I'll give y'all a hint. She don't smile. She never smiles. You feel me? It's like a still frame artwork that everybody looked up to that goes time back, but she never smiles. And that's the hint I'm gonna leave y'all with when y'all catch it. Then y'all say, but it's awesome. Got a funny story for you, if you don't mind hearing it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was paparazzi one time. Never, see when I first came to California, I was on a mission. You're gonna try stuff you never done. And my thing about it was, I didn't actually do it. We'll get to how it ended up, but my thing was, you know what, I might be able to meet people, network, and it was the complete opposite. Don't know, never been to the company. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but never been to the company, and they was charging me like $350. Well, they was paying me $350 for photos, and $350 for videos and $175 for photos. So they send me the person, and which I do love her, and she wouldn't mind if I said I Candy Savage, which she She was there for like, I think it was Grammy weekend or something, or she was just in a movie and stuff. So she did not know me at the time. She was looking. She's like, hold up, you don't do this. I'm trying to ask her the questions they sent me, and it doesn't fit. Like do the interview, but you see other paparazzi there who doing it, but she only gave me conversation. That was when I learned that they don't. It's a bad thing. I never been around paparazzi seeing it in real life, but I felt bad for her because every location they gave me, I knew where she was, and I told her that. And she even followed me on Instagram and hit me on Instagram like, thank you. I never posted them. I still have never posted the footage I got of her, never did it. Not about the money. It was just me doing it for other reasons, seeing who I can connect with. But I actually learned something in return that a lot of people would have to worry about. It's kind of creepy. She didn't even know her next location. Staples Center. I told her, I was like, yeah, this was like a year and a half ago, but she didn't know, and it was kind of weird. And she was like, well, who's Cindy? I was like, honestly, I don't know.
I get a phone call. So we're starting out.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
This is kind of this is a single malt scotch.
Okay.
It is this one's called Speyburn, 10-year aged.
10 years.
So this is there's 6 different regions of Scotland for whiskey whiskey distilling. This is from the Speyside region. It's a small area in the northern end of Scotland, but it's got the most distilleries. It's kind of the most, that's where most of the distilleries are in Scotland. They typically produce sweeter whiskeys, more accessible whiskeys.
I've heard some things about Scotland.
Yeah.
Like they pretty much like the headquarters.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to be called Scotch, it's got to come from Scotland. You can still make a single malt from France, but it's not going to be a Scotch.
It's pretty clean. It's pretty smooth right there.
But this is kind of like the entry level, and
Drink the whole thing. That was like a double shot. That's what we do, hip-hop artists. Double shot.
man, I'm gonna have to keep up with you.
Now, see, usually, I'm like the weakling when we go out, even when I'm going to clubs and stuff. I'm not the clubbing type. But performing, I will go in there in a club, you know, they usually give you a bottle, complimentary bottles. A couple of them, I will not touch them. I've learned my lesson from trying to perform a song.
Yeah.
You forget your words. And I'm talking about before, like, man, you can cover it up, but you can't give them all you. So I'll be the only one in there for like the last 5-6 years that'll take a shot or a shot glass, no matter how big, and usually sip it. It's like a regular drink for me.
Yeah. It's got to be a lot harder for like a rapper to get up there on stage while drunk than a guitarist or even a singer in a rock band.
I would think it's harder for them though, because I play multiple instruments. Just started with a little bit with the bass too, because I want to play guitar, which I've always been good with notes and actually teaching myself how to play stuff. But the piano and all that, I can play that. But if singing and doing that at the same time, or rapping and doing that at the same time, I don't think it'd be that easy drunk. If I was a rock star, then it'd probably be different, because you're probably used to it.
When you're rapping, you've got to keep your vocals clear and clean, and because I mean that's like your instrument. When there's no distortion usually. I mean it's just clean vocals. When you're like in heavy metal, I mean you can growl, you can
you mess
all
up.
that. You can mess up the lyrics,
but it still has the energy though.
Yeah,
so
I mean you still got to have that drive going, but
hip hop, you do that. No,
I mean if you're slurring as a rapper, people are gonna know. And I mean every once in a while people do. It happens.
I've done a little trick for independent artists. When if you miss your words, if you still drinking heavy at your shows, pull the mic back a little bit. Do more like movements.
Or you just hand the mic off to someone in the crowd.
But see, if you're still younger, you might not get a reaction.
Yeah, that's true. There's like,
it's only looking at you, they push you back.
It's only mom and sis in the crowd.
Yeah, but it's not a good feeling, because it's like after you see your shows back which I've never had that problem because I've been smarter to learn from my first mistakes. Don't go on stage even if you're not drunk, you could be too much feeling yourself or feeling the alcohol. You might not feel it until you actually go up there and your brain is running on everything else but the song. So I usually try to do everything pretty sober and save that for the after party.
Yeah.
I've been in car accidents. A car accident, I went through a windshield. Like most people don't notice it, but when I was a teenager, I was actually 17 and no, actually 18, and I actually didn't have a seatbelt on, drinking, this is all bad stuff, but you learn from when you're younger.
Yeah.
I'm actually 30 now, so I'm not doing none of this. I've learned from my mistakes, but when I was younger, I went through a windshield, and I made it, of course, but I had long-term damage from it, just a little scarring and stuff, but I was a pretty boy back then. Now it's like I'm, somebody always in the mirror, and hey, look at me. And I think that's what actually helped me go a different route and end up kind of like where I became where I'm at now. Because it kind of like humbles you. Even with the dreads, I was like shorter cut, lower clean cut. Now all this comes out grill, all this, so it's like, I guess you kind of learn from your mistakes of what you do. And nobody got hurt. It was me that got hurt. Wasn't driving.
Were you driving?
No, was not driving. This is the thing, so I was not driving. I just didn't have my seatbelt on. And anybody who know me would be like, they'll laugh because I don't care who it is and who car I get in now. And it's like, you traumatized from this. Going through a windshield. And I put my seatbelt on no matter where I'm at. Because it is a difference. And one of my friends, my sister, and myself, and I'm the only one who got the worst of the worst. But I think it kind of helped me. At the time, I was just a bear. Teenagers, 18, young beer. Even when that's supposed to, yeah, you know how it is, but I had one of them. And my friend was driving, somebody came around, wasn't our fault at nothing. It wasn't our fault or nothing. Somebody came around to turn on the opposite side of the road, too wide, and hit us head on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I had like weeks of going through, I was supposed to get a skin graft for like a year later to get my face kind of sanded down. Because it took like all my dreads out right here when I first started growing them. My skin right here, across my eyes.
Like,
I had
almost got scalped.
Yeah, I had the glass is sharp. The windshield is nothing to play with. And then I didn't fully go through because the ambulance and stuff, she kept pinching me, trying to keep me awoke. Because I remember like going at my face when I got out, when we hit, we blacked out. Everybody in the car blacked out. I jump out. We all jumping out. And I'm instantly mad, like, what's your problem, dude? What's going on? You don't know where to see where you're going, but I'm out of it. And my skin is hanging, so I'm pulling. And they're like, no, that's your skin. Stop, that's your meat. But I never caught on to it. It was just like a lesson learned for me. So now, still to this day, the weird thing is I don't play with cars. I respect cars. I respect the road. I can be in the back seat. If I'm in your car in the back seat, like it's nothing with your driving. You just can't control the next person. Something.
It's sad because it's probably one of those things that you were taught about when you were a kid, to put your seatbelt on. Don't mess with cars.
Right.
All this stuff. And it took you going through a windshield
just to do it. Now I'm on my kids. I have kids. My sons, I'm always on. I'm like, listen, you see my forehead. Unless you want to mess your little pretty face up, then put your seatbelt on. It saves you. Trust me. So I'm always on him because kids, they jump in a car and I look back. You might not acknowledge it, but that's the person. I'm like, he's older, so he knows it. Hurry up and put a seatbelt on. But for the longest, he had a habit of jumping in the car, and even before I pull off, I look back. He don't have it on. That's the first thing you do, because he knows me for like, oh, my dad don't play with cars. My dad's gonna put his seatbelt on. He got in a car accident before. I haven't been in none after that. Yeah. Never been in one that was my fault. And I think it was kind of like that, and everybody uses me as the driver. She thought she was the driver. They usually use me as the driver because I'm usually the one who's going to be safer, get everybody where we're going. I'm watching.
You're like mom in a minivan now?
But mom's doing 80, 90. I got some baby. What's this, Baby Driver? The movie that came out, Baby Driver?
Baby Driver.
Yeah, I don't like that. I used to drift in my Fusion. In the neighborhood, I drift around the corner. Just learned that from one of my friends. He was drifting one day, and I'm like, just.
I used to drift in my friend's parents' station wagon.
It's a fun stage you go through. It's just once you learn, it's just Somebody told me, he said, yeah, yank the e-brake. You just gotta know how to feel and turn. Well, yeah, I used to pull up at the park and I drift and try to park it next to the curb. Never worked like that, but it looked awesome. They were like, yo, you drifted, did a whole 360 of the street, or like 40 and hit it. Turned around it. Yeah, but don't like cars to be played with.
Yeah. So, do you have any? You recently, actually, I guess it's not recently anymore. Your last album.
No, it's actually not. 2018 was my first year actually releasing a professional. And I wouldn't call it an album, but everything is considered an album. It was a project.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
that's a project for me.
Collection of songs.
Collection of songs, right? And I guess I was kind of like hungry to get them out there,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I learned. It took a while for me to learn the business side of the industry, especially as an independent artist. I have no label backing me with nothing that I'm doing. I have no agent backing me with nothing that I'm doing. But yeah, it was just kind of like me rushing to put something out there. And the funny thing is, I have an EP entitled Jungle, where it's six songs on there, and me and one of the producers on a label that I actually run, we actually did the songs before he got incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like when I was working on my second album, full album versus the EP or mixtape or project, he actually had like 6 or 7 songs on it that he was supposed to be on, but he didn't get me. He ended up becoming incarcerated, and that went from there. So I had to like finish that within a 2-week period
Mm-hmm.
to still meet the deadline for it to be even sent off to even be released. So I kind of like said I would focus on mine now, because it's like, yeah, he's still going through that. And it's like, it's back to me. I've always been a solo artist. So I've tried to work with other artists. I work with other independent artists, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like you gotta really focus on your craft to get it where it need to be.
Mm-hmm. Now, so on that album, are all the beats from you? Like you did all the music, you did.
I got 4 on it on Karma, which would be the full album. Yes, all of them are me. Probably one of them aren't, but that whole album is me.
Okay.
Jungle, I produced one of the beats on there, and Yami Boy, which is my co-producer, he actually produced one off of there, and then producers by the name of Beat Demons did 4 of them, which they're amazing producers, and they work with a lot. They got credits for a lot of heavy people.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I more or less was gonna focus on my own productions than using other producers' beats. But the ones that I do work with, we have a little networking thing where I will use some of theirs, but I think I'm gonna put more of mine out.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the reaction on Karma was kind of crazy for it. I kind of want to pull that back and redo that as a official album. Cause the music is good, but it's like at the time I didn't have the budget to back it. I was doing it all myself out of pocket. I mean, close family was helping me, and it's not the same. It's like, even though the music good, the world would take it differently if you don't have the whole budget to push it in front of them the right way, to present it to them the right way.
Yeah.
So they got the album without the videos, you know. So it's like, yo, I love this song. I get comments all day like, yo, Runaway Love, check it out. Runaway Love is crazy. Dope storyline to it. Everything about it. It's all me. I produced the beat, vocals, and all. It's actually on iTunes, in all major platforms. And I think I'm most likely going to do a video to Runaway Love and one more off of the Jungle EP, which is Poor. I think I'm going to just pull both of them off and just give them 2 singles, which them are the most ones that they've been reacting to and showing love to, which was Poor and Runaway Love, which Runaway Love just speaks of a situation with women. Everybody loves women, but it's like the emotions behind it. It's crazy. It's dope. It's like.
So they're gonna be storied videos?
Yeah, I held back from videos. I have videos out there. I think my last video hit 48 or something thousand views, but that was independently shot by me.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to use my connection to a couple of bigger companies that will actually kind of shoot my video right now. And that's what I'm in the stage of, but I've held back from doing that until I get a major a major company to work with or a videographer that can actually give me, you know, the quality I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But the reaction has been more or less on the song Poor, which was based off where I came from, growing up and not having little to anything, College Park, Georgia, and how I ended up traveling from here to California and making it. You know, California's expensive. And if you can last a year, I've done it. I did the homelessness out here. One thing to know about K, I try to be honest, so you might see me try to catch myself, like, should I say this, should I shouldn't? But mostly everything about me is usually honest with everybody.
Not just, it's hard to make it in California, because you're not the only one out here right now trying to do what you're doing.
Definitely.
It's difficult just to get someone to take notice.
Yeah. At the same time of trying to actually stabilize yourself, you know? Like, coming from Atlanta, I go down there, I got family everywhere. I got a support system. When I came to California, it's you going after California.
Yeah.
You go, and especially if you move to LA, Hollywood, anywhere around here. If you want to go into, like, I'm not Hollywood. I don't be in Hollywood. I probably went there more as a tourist. I've had jobs here, gigs here, but I still don't apply that to me because it's not where I want to be at yet. Them are all like teasers. They motivate you to want to keep going, do bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like you can't never get satisfied out here, because the same way you doing this is people right next to you. Like, hey, you know, this is going on over here. I respect California because everybody's like, they got something going on. There's not too many people, you know, sitting still at life.
Yeah.
California's like always moving. Traffic, I don't mind it. I hate being in it. I don't mind it because it shows me when you look around, everybody's going somewhere. They got something to do. In Atlanta, it's not like that. Where I'm from, you like, oh, y'all all standing on the corner, or y'all all doing this, and they all looking at you like, oh, you're doing this.
Is it hard? You get out to California, and you're going to start, especially someone like you're going to start immediately making connections.
Right.
And you're going to start running into some people who aren't making it, and then other people who are making it, which obviously you were working with some of them a couple days ago on the music video. I mean, is it hard to see people who aren't making it? Does it discourage you, or does it just kind of, do you see why they're not making it and you can kind of adapt a little bit what you're doing?
I do. I honestly see people where they're messing up at. But I've been there, like I said, I'm an Aquarius, so we're very, very intellectual people. And before I jump in any situation, I'm a person that analyzes it, you know? Very loyal to the situation, very creative. So when I see somebody, I've been to acting gigs where it's something big. I've been on Love and Hip Hop. I've done sitcoms. Like, people, the normal person who see me like, bro, I don't know you. And that's fine, because I still have to remind myself how much stuff I've done. And in the industry of film and stuff, it'll take you to be here to learn that you can shoot something 2-3 years ago and won't see nothing about it for 2 or 3 years. I've did court shows. Like, I've done a lot of stuff where it's just now started coming out. The stuff that I want to drop that would actually benefit my career a lot more, it's like they're prolonging on it. Everything has a season. I mean, I might be just molding myself for what I got going on, but I try to help the people who aren't learning from their mistakes, like with auditions or like films, that you gotta kind of like be different than everybody that's there. That's the only way I've gotten jobs or gigs, and stick to what you do. Even as this, that's for anything you do, whether if it's a talk show, whether if it's a sitcom, you don't want to burn your bridges when you start it. So it's like you want to be prepared for everything. But I don't know, it's hard for me to say, because I've seen so many people where their parents are spending $50,000 to $100,000 to put them through an agency. And me coming from where I'm coming from, I'm at this agency for free. You know, and I immediately
so obviously they see something.
They see something. Now, I didn't get in the agency, but I talked to the people that I got to learn stuff that I shouldn't be learning. This was through actually one of the first shows I had got on, and the casting director actually looked me out on a lot of stuff. She actually got me plugged in with a Hollywood photographer who had credits for their headshots. And the headshots that I use, they are from them. Like, it's not just, oh, I just went and got them. Like, Eric, shout out to Eric, great. Erica Wiz photography, amazing. I watched him go from Hollywood to Sunset, his own shop on Sunset. I mean, as an entrepreneur, but it actually showed me that no matter if you got people paying $50,000 to $100,000 to learn every talent there is, the difference was me with my little amount of talents and being unique in my own way was different, and that's what they're looking for. So it's kind of like me dominating in the acting world. I'm not an actor. I didn't grow up saying I wanted to be an actor. It was always music. This just came out of me thinking one day older, like, you know what? I'm going to try this. And it was a game at first. I went to a casting call. I'm going to try this because maybe if I do something, it'll bring attention to my music. And instead it led to a whole different field. I started getting every job I applied to and started doing bigger stuff. And I'm currently, yesterday's a mainstream video, and on the 10th I start shooting. I have a lead role in a drama series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
like TV?
Yeah. I just got there, and I've been going for lead roles for forever, kind of scared of auditions. I've done auditions. I have demo reels, LA casting. I'm with a lot of people, but it sounded like that. He went to school for it. He had a lot. No, none of that. I really moved out here, went to one casting call, and found out everything after that. And just life led me into all this to the point where I didn't model for clothing lines, and no, I want to do a different type of modeling. See if I could do, the runway, clean me up, and teach me.
So the next one, Glenmorangie. So this one comes from the Highland region of Scotland. So this one has a little bit of smokiness.
Okay.
A lot of times they'll use old bourbon barrels. They have to char them, so they just burn the hell out of the inside.
That's like the hotter part on it.
Yeah, so you'll taste like a bit of smokiness to it, where you should have tasted since you already finished it.
See, that's how it starts. That's how it be good, but that's cool. So this is a Glenmorangie.
Yeah, and like this one, it's also a single malt Scotch. It's just different region of Scotland. So we're kind of going a little more towards.
And that's because in each region they use different stuff. It's like per their tradition. They use different. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's also, I mean, you can, when you get crazy into whiskey, a lot of people, I only like whiskeys that come from, they get their water from this lock. Like a body of water, the lake or whatever.
I can see it though, because they are distinct. I actually like this one a little more.
This one is a little. See, I think this one's a little more complex. This one's a bit stronger in flavor. Just it's got that little more wood flavor. You can taste a bit of the barrel, the smokiness in it. They're both really good though. Next one will put hair on your chest.
I got 3 from 151, and I could never get them out.
So where's your heart? Music or acting?
Entertainment.
You rub one of these bottles, a genie pops out. He's only granting you one wish.
One wish.
You can have a rap career, or you can have a acting career.
I would kind of go for the acting. A
Really?
little more challenging.
Is it?
Not even a little more, it's a lot more challenging. You know what I mean? Because anybody who knows me, my music, I won't say I'm the best. I will leave people that up to people to go and check me out. But I've always been used to people not telling me, oh, your music is ass. Your music is trash. I'm not used to that. To the point where at one point in my life, I was looking for negative feedback. Because where I come from, and learning the different steps where it takes to where you get, if everybody's always telling you something positive, they start making me questioning it. Why is everybody saying it's good? And I'm not talking about family and people close to you. I started moving places before California was Texas. I lived in a lot of states independently and would push my music in them. And it would be the same reaction everywhere. Like, I never had a problem with music. Even now, I don't write. Honestly, you might have something later on, you come to the studio and see me record. I don't write. I grew up in the studio, so I'm used to putting the headphones on, feeling the song, and coming up with it off when I'm feeling it, creating it. And like real life kind of, like on the spot. So I've never had a problem with music. I just haven't had that exposure or my own money to put myself in front of a couple of million people or 100 million people where 5 million might say, you know what? as an artist, this is my favorite artist. You know, I've had to independently grow myself to the point where I reached 5.5 million people, but out of that, across social media and all that, you only get a handful of people that really, I mean, rock with you. You know, so it's like the only thing you can do is go, like, keep working, like, just to get bigger than before. I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's just like, I never get satisfied.
See, I'm not the biggest rap fan. I know, I mean, your staples like Eminem or Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg, and Run DMC, that kind of stuff. Like the ones who chart big time. And when you sent me the links, I looked you up, I saw I think on SoundCloud.
Right.
And I mean, I have bands and musicians contact me to get on this show all the time. You're the first one I actually started looking at, because I thought you were like a signed act after hearing your music.
No.
And I've never, like, usually I'll hear something, okay, this band is good, but I'm not looking to see who their label is. For you, I was
looking like,
yeah, and
right. It happens a lot like that. And the sad part is that the
because
people
I
that
like bad rappers sending me stuff. I mean, it's just like,
I'm a producer.
really bad.
Nobody has to candy coat it with me. I'm a producer, so I'm used to knowing the difference between good and bad. That's why I say I don't leave it up to me. You will never hear me say that because people are used to saying, yo, I'm the best rapper. Now, like, I leave it to the people because it surprises them. Even I appeared on Judge Faith. Now, that show you can actually look up in the air, which one of my friends is kind of suing me. It didn't matter. It was something smaller, but he was basically.
So was that real?
Huh?
Was it real?
Huh? See, I like talking because he wants to air it out.
So we're moving on.
So
this one, also a single malt scotch, like the previous two. This one is from the island region, and it's the south of the island region. So off the coast to the west is like 1,800 Scottish Isles, and some of them have whiskey distilleries. This is the only distillery on the island of Skye. And one of the things that they have in the island area is a bunch of bogs, and it's basically like what we'd call swampland, and it's just this decomposing matter, and over 100 years, it's like most of the moisture's out of it. They just kind of cut it up into bricks, throw it in, and like kind of have a barrel over it and start smoking the barrel with it. So it's where this had like a little bit of smoke, this has more smoke. And then there's another region which is south of this called the Isla region, which is just like smoke.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Isla. Scott, I don't know Scott. I might have to take a visit to Scotland. That's where they got it. That's where you go get the good whiskey from.
The scotches. I mean, America has bourbon.
Now, what's the difference between? Oh, so it is like you got bourbon whiskey,
Yeah.
and then you got scotches. Bourbons are usually darker.
Bourbons come out a lot of times darker, and that's because they char the barrel. They'll take like a blowtorch to a barrel and just, and you can only use them, I think, up to 4 times. And so you're getting that smokiness from. I can smell it on this one.
Yeah,
You can smell the smoke on
I can
this.
smell the smoke on this one. Hey, that's pretty cool. Let's see what this thing tastes like. I definitely can smell the smoke on this one real good.
It'll hit you back of the throat.
Mm-hmm. You can actually taste that one too.
It's almost like a campfire in a bottle.
Mm-hmm. It actually doesn't burn like
No,
the
really
back
smooth.
part is smooth, but at the roof,
Mhm.
I can taste it.
Yeah.
Even right now, I can taste the aftertaste of the, like the barrel or something.
Yeah.
That's
They use peat, and they use different. Some of the peat is like from decomposing trees,
Right.
like from the Isla region. They'll use decomposing trees, but from the island region, it's decomposing grass. And so I'm not able to taste the difference. I just taste smoke. But some people can taste.
I definitely taste it different than these two, very strongly with this one. And it might be the smoke. It has a smoky flavor to it, but yeah, I can really taste the smoke. It's either the smoke or the barrel, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. But
Yeah, and this one's Talisker. So what's next for Kay?
I'm really gonna see what the world of film has to offer me. And I'm actually releasing a music video. My first mainstream music video I will be releasing within the next few months. Hopefully sooner than later, but that's what I'm focusing on now. I have some singles. A lot of the music I've been working on, but I actually narrowed it down to a couple of singles that I will be releasing this year. And I think I'm gonna stay away from the albums since they have music from me and just focus on giving them singles and giving them a visual with it, but show them a different side of Kay. Other than that, just TV. I have the drama series where I'm starring. I have a lead role in there where it's actually a supporting role, but close enough to a lead. But it's actually me. I have crazy lines in there. It's going to show me in another light. I have another mainstream video which I'm leading, and it's not my video, but I'm the star of the music video. It would be mine, but that should be airing very soon. And whatever else I can just go for, you know. Right now, just go for what you know.